If you're a homeowner in the Durham region or planning to become one, this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing an update on the latest real estate market trends from July 2023. We are seeing some changes in the market. Some might be seasonal, but we're also starting to see some trends. So stick around to see what this could all mean for you as a potential buyer or seller. My name's Vilija Truelove. I'm a local Durham Region Real Estate agent, and I'd love to help you with your move. All my contact information is included below, so reach out by calling, text, or email, and we can get the process started for you too. So, in July, there were 1.8 months of inventory available in the Durham region, which technically keeps things in seller's market territory. What does that mean? Months of inventory tells you how many months it would take for all of the homes currently on the market to sell, given the average sales volume. 4 to 6 months of inventory indicates a more balanced market, and most would consider over 6 months of inventory a true buyer's market. However, it might not feel that way if you're house hunting or trying to sell your home, as we're seeing a lot more options for buyers and more price changes. I'll talk more about that in a bit though. How is that number trending versus last month? We had 1 month of inventory in May, 1.5 months of inventory in June, and now we're at 1.8 months as an average in the Durham region. So we're seeing a slow but steady increase. Now, we're also seeing different things depending on the area in Durham. Clarington, for example, is at 1.3 months of inventory. Ajax and Oshawa are at 2.1. So things will feel different depending on where you're looking. Other important numbers to look at when trying to see where the market is trending: new listings. In May, we saw 1,650 new listings. In June, that number went up to 1,860. And for July, we saw 1,677 new listings. So a decrease in new listings for this month. Now, part of this will be seasonal as well. We don't typically see as many sellers choose to list their homes in July or August as we would in the spring or the fall. The number of sales is trending down as well for the last few months. We saw 1,067 sales in May, 898 sales in June, and in July, we saw 770 sales in the Durham region. So when looking at these numbers together, they can all be indicators that we could be heading into a more balanced market. I've said it before, but I feel like a balanced market is actually a great type of market to be in. Houses still sell, but it allows buyers a much better chance of actually getting into a home without having to be in multiple offers. Like I said, houses are still selling. Average days on market is up slightly. It was at 11 in May and June, and it's now at 14 for July. Sale price to list price is also down to 104%. It was at 107% in June, 108% in May. So many homes were still selling for over the asking price, and many sellers are still choosing to underprice their home and set an offer date. For buyers though, we're also seeing many more sellers choose to price at where they feel the value lies and to take offers anytime. So this is one of the reasons why the days on market might be up slightly as well. When you price your home correctly, it's likely to take a little bit longer to sell. Now, prices. The average price in the Durham region was $961,852. That's down from $999,787 in June. May's average was just over $988,000, so though it went up a bit in June, we've seen that number come back down. The Durham region hit its lowest price point in December 2022 with an average price of just over $874,000. And we've seen that average price climb steadily through 2023. So this is the first drop in price we've seen since December. So what will happen over the next couple of months? We don't know for sure, but things are pointing towards a market shift. Other things we have to consider though, we're still in the typically slower summer months. We're still dealing with the interest rate increases from last month, and the cost of living for everything else from groceries to gas are at crazy levels. These are all factors buyers will take into account. Will prices continue to come down? It's possible. Many are predicting that prices will mostly stay the same over the next year or so, but we'll have to see what happens over the next couple of months. I want to mention again that while macro level statistics can give us an overall picture of the market, when you're actually looking at buying or selling, you really need to look at your micro market. Oshawa will be different than Newcastle or Pickering. So look at the city or town you're purchasing or selling in, and even your area of the town or neighborhood could be different than the one a few streets over. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm also noticing that there are more sellers choosing to price at what they believe to be fair market value and take offers anytime. And this is throughout the Durham region. So more options for buyers to not have to deal with multiple offers. We're also seeing a lot more price drops as well. So what does all of this mean for you as a seller or a buyer? For would-be sellers, properly presenting and marketing the home remain very important. That hasn't changed. Pricing strategy is also very important. If the other house in your neighborhood are pricing low with an offer date and you see that they're being taken off the market, then this probably isn't the best strategy to go with right now. You might also want to be a step ahead. If a buyer has an option to buy your house today rather than waiting next week to buy your neighbor's house, it could push them towards yours. Look in detail at what is happening in your market and have a little more patience. It might not happen in one weekend, but if you're priced correctly and showing well, 2 weeks on average to sell is still really good. Now for buyers, there are opportunities out there right now to not have to be in multiple offer scenarios and to negotiate on price. Homes are still selling, so if you find something you love, don't be afraid to make an offer. And though you'll have some breathing room in this market, you don't want to wait too long to make a decision. When you're looking at comparable sales to decide on a price, try to stick to more recent sales from the last couple of weeks or so you have the most accurate data. There are a lot more options right now, so this could be your time to take advantage of that. I've spoken to a lot of buyers over the last couple of weeks that are ready to make the jump to home ownership, but are also worried about what's to come in the market. It's impossible to predict the future, but know that historically, home ownership has always been a really good investment. So if you're solid with your income and your down payment and you're tired of renting, this could be a good time to get into the market. Everyone's situation is different, so reach out if you have any questions. If you'd like to know what is happening specifically in your neighborhood and want an accurate market analysis for your home, or you're thinking of purchasing and want to know what's going on in a certain area, reach out anytime. All my contact information is included in the description below. Otherwise, feel free to check out my other videos and subscribe so that you don't miss my next market update for August. Thanks so much for watching.